to get married and go live with him in the United States. But I've realized that the issue is not only that he's moving.
Evening. I'm back. As you can see that it's evening already. It's late at night. I'm currently looking at gold. Let me just keep my stuff. I'm currently in this trade. No, I'm not in the trade yet. I'm waiting for this setup. I'm waiting for price to come back into my zone so that I can enter here and then ride it all the way up. You will notice I have a TP at 3.3, that is 1:2, 1:3 around here. So let's see. Are we gonna get a pullback? That pullback is starting now, that's good. I need for price to come back a little bit more. We've seen now gold going strongly bullish. There's some areas here at 3346 and 332 that needs to be filled. So I'm looking to enter around, I'm actually just looking to enter around 3321. It's starting to reject now. It's a bit. Good evening, welcome. So I'm just waiting for price to come back more into my zone. Let me just bring this down here. It is currently sitting at a high, but I do think it can still come a bit more down before we take the entry. Okay, I'm looking for a quick scalp trade as gold has been moving bullish, strongly bullish. So we will just capitalize on that move from 3322 to up until 3332. So yeah, let's do this. I'm just waiting for price to move into my demand zone now. Yes, I am using supply and demand is a really good strategy because if you use supply and demand zones in your strategy, you will it's great to build a consistent strategy then, because then you can see demand and supply zones every day and on every chart. So it's really good for building consistency. And like what I find with demand and supply also, it's flexible and duplicatable on all the pairs. So you can test the strategies on commodities like gold, you can do NASDAQ, US 30, or just common pairs, forex pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD. And that's what's nice about it. And people always ask me, how is it different from support and resistance? It is slightly different. So for me, because I always look to scalp, I use the demand zones based on a 15-minute. So I use the 15-minute demand zone or supply zone based on a 15-minute. Uh, all right, so currently I am on the 15 minute, no, sorry, 5 minute. So this is the 15 minute. I'm looking now for price to come back and give us a rejection in this area because we can see that there is a continuation that is still busy. This move is not done yet. So we can capitalize either to that or to that high. All right. And that's what I'm currently looking at. Yes, yes, 48 could be the high. Price is targeting that area, the 48 day. If you look on the 1 hour, you'll see there. And that is also a key area. So saying 43,348, you'll see that is a key area based on previous price action as well. So I do also use key areas in my trading because it just gives that stronger confirmation about the direction of the market. I'm just trying to show you if I place my line, horizontal line exactly on 3348, where look there. Look where it stops exactly on this high, but if you look to your left, you'll see that those are areas where price was retesting previously. All right, so I'm just waiting for price to push, at least come down, fill this gap here, and then we get in. If it's gonna come down and give me a rejection, only then I'll enter. Can you see here my other key level was here at 3280? Now just as 3280 is a strong key level, that 3348 is also a strong key level. That's what I mean. Sorry, I was on mute the whole time. I was talking now. I was explaining things, but I saw I was on mute. Um, so I'm waiting for price to come all the way in this box and reject off. That's the only time that I will take the setup. If price come down and close in my box, I'm not taking the setup. So that's one of my entry criteria that I'm looking at. Also, um, it must make sense for your stop loss as well, because getting in around here, you always want to get for a buy. You want to get in as low as possible. That's why we wait for pullbacks. So then your risk to reward needs to make sense as well. So looking at the 15-minute now, I do believe price is gonna come down still. Um, but in at the end of the day, the market can do whatever it wants to do. So we're waiting for price to come back, and then your stop loss, preferably my stop loss is now below this week. If I get in here, if we get in at 3,221, we can have our stop loss a little bit, because price could still come all the way in to our zone and then decide to go up. So I do calculate how far I think price would go, and it's normally on this candle here, which is my breakout candle, the body of that candle. I always look at that candle to give me an idea of how far the pullback might go, and also what would be a good entry area based on stop loss, because you can't have stop loss that's so big and you only have your target is up there. And especially with gold is very risky, so you cannot afford to go in with or have like 50 pop stop loss, because I'm looking at scalping. I'm not a swing trader, so I'm going to go for my sometimes my stop loss is 17, 20 pips. So yeah, let's wait for it to come back to our area. It's still early. I normally get in around 7, so it's still early. Um, okay, so I've been trading now for 4 years. I only became profitable after 2.5 years. 2.5 years, I struggled to find consistency, because you try to figure out a strategy that works for your style. Like you say, scalping is the best. Yes, I agree with you, because for me, scalping is the best. Also, especially when you trade gold, um, gold can easily give you 100 to 120 pop scalping. Whereas when you scalp GU, you will scalp 10 pups to 15 pups. That's why I like gold to scalp gold as well. Um, and I don't like to hold the trade open for too long. Yeah, no, you can, and you know how gold the wicks, man. Those wicks can wick you out so quick. You can be up in profits now, and then the next moment you see all your profits go in a red. So when you up in gold, that's why I have that rule for myself. When I enter and I start seeing price going in my direction, I always make sure that I take some profits, because gold moves crazy. But what's nice about gold is also good evening, good evening. Hi, everyone is joining. What is nice about gold is when it goes in your direction, it moves strongly in your direction, and that's when you make the nice money. So that's what I aim to do to capitalize. And you know what helped me to become consistently profitable is sticking to this one strategy every single time, trading the same thing and looking for the same things. And also, obviously, with my risk management, because I can tell you, I did not always. I was scared of the bigger numbers, and I was scared of the big drawdowns a lot. I'm still not. a master at handling big losses. I don't think it will take you 3 years to even master your emotions, because like for me, I've got different um emotional things that I struggled with. Besides, the strategy is good. I have it, and I know how to enter. I know how to sell. I know how to exit, whatever. But what I found the hardest was my psychology when it comes to money, your emotions in the live trade, after the live trade. Sometimes I overtrade, sometimes things like that, man. So you make these stupid trading errors, trading mistakes, and I do my back testing, actually self reflection every Sunday. So I keep track of my trades and of my emotions and all that, and I can see all this when I make a trading error. It's always um related to psychology. It's it's always something in my psychology, and it comes down to my emotions with money. When, like, either I wasn't satisfied with the profits and I wanted to make a little bit more and I want to get in more. You make all these. You're not supposed to do it, but yeah, you learn. Sometimes you make those mistakes, and that's why I say, when you lose, come back from a losing. If I lose, I walk away. I try to not overtrade. I try to accept, and it's hard to accept when you lose. It's hard, especially when you're a person like me. I'm ambitious, and I want to win every time. I want to be right all the time, which is it in trading. It's the hardest thing when you are sitting in a trade. You are up in profits, but then your stop loss gets hit. You are so mad, and I feel like I don't want to accept that I was wrong, and that is the hardest psychology part of my trading. Like, and that I'm still working on. I think many traders go through it, the similar thing probably. But yeah, we're not robots like they say. We want to win all the time. It's true. We have such a bad relationship with winning and losing. It's hard to accept losses, right? And you know how it is when you lose money, because obviously we attach to the outcome. And there's one book that I'm busy reading, not a new trader. Is it a new trader? This book is saying, it's talking about detaching yourself from the outcome. How to detach yourself from the outcome. You see, it looks like it wants to spike up, right? But there's still this gap here, and what's gonna happen? We're gonna get in here now, no? And then it comes down, then we sit in this mess of pool. So I know it has to come back here before it's shot up. That's giving us even stronger confirmation. Even though this, it looks like price wants to continue going up. There's still this gap that needs to be filled before the price can actually shoot up. That's too high to even enter here. It's too high. We want to buy low. That's so true. It's so, that is so true. Yeah. Your own psychology, it's your own behaviors, your own habits. You sow yourself in the trading. If you're impatient in real life, you'll be impatient. Trading in the Zone. That's the book. That's the book, yes. I'm actually reading that book. I have that book. That's a good book for your psychology, really. I started to, I'm not reading it from beginning to end. I'm reading like chapter to chapter that's really applicable to me. But I must say that is a good book for psychology. Yeah, so slow now, so slow. But that 15-minute candle, look how it closed. Indecision. You see this indecision candle here. Okay, and it's before 7 now, so this is right in my time and it's coming back now. Let me just so this is what I'm currently looking at. Let's see how price is not gonna play with us tonight. Alright, on the 15 minute it looks nice, it's coming down. So let's wait till it taps. Alright, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to enter now. I don't know order blocks. I don't know those concepts. I've heard about it, but I'm really not familiar with the how they use it. You know, the application of it. But I've heard about it. Um, might be similar. I don't know. I just haven't looked into that. All right, one position in as it touched my zone now. You see how it's rejecting? That's what I was talking about. It's rejecting off. I just want to see where this candle is going to close now. Might come a bit more down. All right, so since it's rejecting off like that, that's the reason why I entered one position. It might come a bit more, pull back more down, or decide just to reject. That's why I'm waiting for this 5 minute candle now to close. It's 1 minute left. All right, it's nicely rejecting now. Hi, my friend. Right, we're starting to see prices pushing up now. It rejected nicely at this box, like some people call it. It's a demand zone. So I am not gonna add any position yet. I'm waiting for price to go deeper. Um, as my stop loss is around below this week here, just below the week, my stop loss is. So I would like for price to come in a little bit more to 3322. That's why I only have that one position in. There we go. It's coming close to three. It's 3322.7.6 now. All right, that's what I was talking about for it to come back a bit deeper, so we can end at least around here 332221. Here we go. See, it's touching the body of this candle now. And it might come all the way down here to 3320. It's ends, I'm waiting. Sorry. It looks like a nice rejection, but let me just check. All right, that looks nice. But we need the for price to at least break out of our demand zone. All right, let's see. Let's just wait for this 5 minute candle to close. I just want to see something. Now, timing with gold is very important. That's why I prefer London season over this time of the night and New York season. I don't really like New York season or the the end of New York season. I love the London season because timing with gold is also important. Now, we've been bullies the whole day. Like half of the day was gold was trending bullish. I do think that price could we currently setting this blue line here, this horizontal line here. It is my the fact that price is now dropping below. I don't. It should not actually. It should stay above 3322 for us to see more bullish momentum. But I'll wait for that 15-minute candle to close now at, let me see how many minutes. It might just give us a push, a strong push up because price could still go to tonight still to 3332 and end the day bullish. Let's see. If it breaks that candle, I might enter. If it breaks this week here, I might enter another position. If price breaks that previous week there, up there. Right, let's go, let's go. Come on now. I'm gonna move my stop loss now to 3320. So I'm moving my stop loss to this week, just below this week here. Oh gosh, my battery's low. Oh yeah, let's just power. Please plug in for me. If gold is going to play really, it should not come below this week. Not now, not tonight. If it wants to continue bullish. So I will watch it very carefully. Thank you. Come on now, gold. Sorry. No, man. So it's coming really close to my stop loss now. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I was so close closing the trade now. So close closing that trade. Really close. But like I said, price should not come lower than this week now. If it comes lower than this week, then definitely direction has changed. But for now, there's still strong bullish momentum with this initial breakout here. It's just a matter of time now. So I'm gonna change that stop loss here to 3319. I did say here 3318. Okay, it's rejecting now. So on the 5 minute, it might look like the candles closed in the zone. But if you check on the 15 minute, you'll see it's only a week. This is only a week. I just want to wait for this 5 minute to close so I can show you why I watch the 15 minute most of the time. Because like I said, there must be a week rejecting off in my zone before for me to have confirmation. So now on a 5 minute you would think, but the candles is in the zone already. But on the 15 minute it looks a bit different. Okay, so let's see that in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I just want to show you the 15 minute. Can you see the 15 minute? What it's busy forming here. And these wicks rejecting off. And that's the other thing with when it comes to the zones. Gold likes to play around before it actually go in our direction. Nope. I am about to close. If it breaks below that wick, I'm out. If price goes lower than that wick, I'm out. Because the higher time frame structure is starting to look bearish for me now. Hence, I will close when price hit above, even though on the 15 minute, you'll see it still looks like our zone is still valid, right? My zone is still valid. However, I'm making that decision. Once it breaks that week, I will get out. Hence, I have like a stop loss here, 3318. No, I don't like how that candle closed now, yeah. But it is a 5 minute candle. But I still don't like the fact that it closed, that body candle closed below the previous candle. I also think it is a strong confirmation that it wants to continue going up, right? Especially when we have this kind of strong break of the high here to your left here. So there's still strong momentum, but it's going to take some time before it sorts up. I know that. We will just have to be very patient. The only time I will increase my lots is if we get another breakout out of the zone above 3322. So let's wait and see. Ah, we know gold likes to play around like this before it takes off. Ah, it's now resting on that previous high there. That's why I'm still holding because it's retesting that previous high. So it's still. Yeah, no, gold is taking our own time. But once it breaks out above 3322, then we can be confident that it will. But the momentum also is not behind us. Oh no, guys, no, I'm out. Let me just look at that 15-minute. The fact that this 15-minute candle goes so strong is telling me that it wants to go fill this gap now, and I'm not going to sit in that loss, in that drawdown. So there's 1 minute left for this candle. The fact that it's so deep in the zone, you can see, like I said, if it breaks these weeks, the setup becomes invalid. Yes, price might still go up, but it first will come down, and that's to the setup. It's invalid. This particular setup with the stop loss that's there is invalid now. It just hit my stop loss there. It's part of this business. Why I always want to do that? First come all the way down and then look at that now. Damn. Look at what price is doing now. Sure, it's a good thing I'm out. And there the 15-minute candle closed in my zone. And that's it for tonight, guys. I'm not gonna re-enter because this morning price was also just as crazy. I don't like the fact that this 15-minute candle closed even below this week and so strong in the zone. And it broke this week of the previous candle, as you can see. Broke the week of this candle also. That's insane. Yes, it might still continue going up, but not now, and that's the thing we got stopped out. I moved my stop loss from 3318 to 3319. Yeah. Let's look at the 30-minute. Now you see this long wick here, and the fact that it's below this 3322. Like I said, the fact that it's below this horizontal line that I have here, 33, that's a key area as well. If you check on the 1 hour, you can see momentum is starting to shift now to bearish momentum. This is a high. Price did not completely close above, and I thought that price would give us a closer on the 15-minute, even though the 15-minute closed above. But if you check on the higher time frame, you will notice that we look at how price is respecting the 3322. This area here where this blue line is, let me just delete this line. This blue line, you can see the highs align. Gold was strong bullish. I took a setup this morning from here. Gold was strong bullish from this key level to this level here at 3319. And as you can see, I do think we were now trapped in a reversal. So that's the only time when demand and supply setups does not play out is when price is busy reversing, especially on the higher time frame. Because remember, I took the setup based on my 15-minute break and we got stopped out. This morning setup here, you can see this 1 hour candle broke structure here and it came and tapped into this demand zone right here. So it wasn't just based on a 15-minute. When it came back, see here, it was based on also on a 1 hour setup. 1 hour, you see this 1 hour candle as well. But now what we can see this week here, the way this week closed, let me just delete. We can see a reversal is coming. It's due for a reversal. Price moved all the way up today from this area to that other key level, 400 pips. All right, so yeah, this is part of trading. I did not have such a good week in my trading this week, I must say. Um, I had some few winners, but there was losses in between, like not big losses because I always try to minimize my losses, but this was not my best week. I do believe next week will go better, but I will be back next week again. As you can see, that strong 15-minute candle, the way that candle closes is already telling me that momentum is shifting. And that's how you need to determine also when a move is done, when that move is over. Don't force it. Allow price to play out, allow it to do what it does best. The fact that we are getting that evening star pattern, it's busy forming with this doji right here. Strong confirmation that price is reversing. So don't get trapped. I will not take another setup. I will be back on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on the next live. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Marilee. If you want to join this live every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, don't forget to put on your notifications. It will notify you whenever I go live. All good. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back. Sorry, Godfrey, I never answered you. How much do you need to start with, more or less? My friend, if you are a beginner, how much you need to start with should not be the first thing you need to figure out. First, invest in your education, invest in getting first a great foundational knowledge, which is the basic forex or day trading knowledge. Like get the basics, get good at the basics before you graduate to getting or learning from a mentor or take someone's course to learn someone's strategy. Then only you start to trade on a demo. That's what I would any beginner. Then you start trading on a demo, test the strategy, see if it is consistent. Because some strategies will work one day, the next day it won't work. But then there is strategies that will give you consistent results, but it also all depends on you as well as a person. Are you consistent? Are you patient? Do you persevere? So my friend who's asking how much do you need to start trading? I would say first start trading with a demo, and it is subjective. I cannot tell you how much to start with, but I can tell you with gold. If you trade gold with less than $1,000, it is extremely hard. You will lose more than what you win and then you will think that you don't have the skill. So I would say start with the currency pairs and focus on demo, and then start trading small lots. Use micro lots. Use and put yourself in that environment. And another thing is also try and do prop firms. If you're a beginner or you are starting to develop your skill now, take a $10,000 prop firm, just challenge, just to get that feel of real life trading. Then you will also internal and understand how much drawdown can you handle. I'm telling you, every trader that you see online, people that's posting, maybe you see people making $10,000 in a day. You must ask them how much did they risk. Some of them might have risked 5,000, some might have risked $8,000 per trade. So they can handle that type of risk. Whereas you cannot compare yourself in the beginning with someone who is who's making those $10,000 in a day, if you, because your risk tolerance is not the same. So figure your risk tolerance out, even you need to learn more. You need to basically spend some time in the markets, live markets. It's not going to come through a course with or the risk management. It's going to come with you trading, losing money, losing, winning, losing. And that's how I overcame most of the struggles I had with risk management, is by losing money. I'm going to be honest with you. I lost thousands and thousands because I had to figure out proper risk management. So it's not, trading is not a cheap game. Even though it's the entry, anyone can start pushing buttons, but the longevity, the consistency, it takes, it will take time for you to be consistently profitable, and that's what I'm all about. I'm not all about posting these big out payouts, and can will I still be here in 20 years time, in 30 years time, and that's my focus. Even if I can just make $300 $500 a day, that I am good. That's good money. I am in South Africa. I earn in rands. Our rands to the dollar is 17 rand currently to the dollar. So $300 for me is like 5,000 rand. I mean, the average salary in South Africa, it's $1,500 per month. That's the average salary in South Africa. That they call the middle class, $1,500. That we make in forex sometimes in a week, sometimes in 2 days. So focus on the skill before you focus on the money. That's actually what I wanted to say. God bless you. I will be back on Monday, guys. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking my lives. Thank you for listening to my voice. And also, like, thank you for engaging in the comments. I'm not here, guys, about please subscribe and please. No, I'm not about that. I just want to share the skill, and I want us all to make money and be profitable. So, yeah, let's learn together and stay stay positive and have a good weekend, guys. Stay safe. See you all on Monday.